It is your favorite Kage here back with a new video on the channel. Now today's video is going to be what if Naruto was, well, or not was, but what if Naruto died, and then came back to life OP, or came back OP. Now without further ado, let's get started. We see Naruto get stabbed through the chest with a Chidori. Now, Sasuke would say, Naruto, you shouldn't have gotten in my way, as he would take out his hand from Naruto's chest, as Naruto would fall to the ground, dead. Sasuke would notice this, so he would just continue on, leaving the Valley of the End. Naruto would be, Naruto would die. Now Naruto would be in the black room. This is where you'd hear a voice. Naruto, you do not know who I am, but I am a god. And I'm getting old, And sometimes gods want to retire, and in this case, I want to. And I have chosen you to, become a god. Naruto would say, what? But I was at the Valley of the End, and I can't even see you. This is where everything would turn bright, as we would see Naruto standing on clouds. So you would say, what the hell? As you would be looking around. So then he would see a figure appear in front of him. This figure wearing white robes and white pants, and looking old and tired. He would say, while yawning, oh, yeah. So does this help, now that you can see me? Naruto would say, no, but, yeah, but still, why would I? He says, you died. Hold on. Yeah, sorry if you hear background noise. But anyways, you died, Naruto. And if you become, a god and my successor, then you will come back to life, but 10 times more powerful. No. 1 million, no. 1 billion times more powerful. You will unlock. What is my cat doing? Anyways, you will unlock a very special eye, Naruto. This eye will allow you to manipulate reality, to bend it to your will. You could even alter your own body, making you, alter your own body, allowing you to become even more powerful, allowing you to unlock every dojutsu. And also, these eyes, they will allow you to copy anything you see, any jutsu, anything you desire. Naruto would consider all this. He says, can I also become Hokage faster? This old god would say, of course. Naruto would say, then how do I succeed you? The old god would say, just reach out your hand and grab mine. As Naruto and the man would shake hands, as Naruto would wake up at the Yeah, at the Valley of the End, 10 minutes after Sasuke had left, he would be breathing heavily. As you look down, seeing no hole, everything is healed. Except Naruto would feel more powerful. He'd say, was that? No, that must have really happened. Or else I would have had a hole. Okay. Now, Naruto would say, I have to go after Sasuke. As he would get up, as he would feel different. He would have this sense he could track down anyone. Naruto would vanish and appear in front of Sasuke. Sasuke would say, what the hell? How? Now Naruto would punch Sasuke, sending Sasuke flying into a tree. No, flying through trees, crashing, making every tree fall down. And Naruto would say, wow, that must have really happened. As Naruto would vanish, appearing in front of Sasuke, now knocked out and coughing up blood. Naruto would not coughing up blood. He would be knocked out, but he would have blood coming out. No, he would have broken ribs and shit like that. Naruto would grab him as he'd place him on his back. As he'd appear back at the Valley of the End, as he'd be walking to the leaf, as he would see Kakashi. He would walk over to Kakashi as you'd say, I brought back Sasuke. As he'd fall to the ground, collapsing from the new power that he possesses. Now, Naruto would wake up in a hospital, looking around as he opened his eyes. Jesus. Well, that was a blooper that I'm gonna leave in, that I'm not gonna edit out. Anyways, God. Naruto would look around, seeing across the room Sasuke laying in the bed, as he'd hear noises as the door would open. Seeing Kiba, damn you, Snapchat, Gaara, Shikamaru, Sakura would run over to Sasuke as she'd say, Sasuke-kun, as Shikamaru, Gaara, Kiba, yeah, Akamaru, of course he's there as well. And I'm gonna say Tamari. And the other guy, I can't remember his name. But you know what I'm talking about. The puppet guy that's also, like, I think Gaara's brother. You know who I'm talking about. Now they would walk over to Naruto, saying, well, look who's up. Of course, Gaara would say, Naruto. You okay? Naruto would say, yeah, I'm fine. As he'd get up from the bed. As you'd say, in fact, I feel better than ever. I think I'm gonna go train now. See you guys. Now we do not a time skip. Naruto would walk out of the hospital. Of course, after grabbing his clothes. But Naruto would be like, these clothes? I don't want to change up my style. Naruto would go to the clothing store. I must say that Naruto, he can, yeah, he has infinite money. Yeah, he can literally just create money from thin air, like literally. So yeah, Naruto would go to a clothing store, as they would overcharge him a lot, but Naruto's the big baller, so he would easily pay for everything. Yeah, he would be a big baller, so he'd easily pay for everything. Naruto would walk out wearing, as I can only describe as black. No, know what? Let me just show you. All right, he would walk out wearing this, except with like with a, yeah, he would walk out wearing this. Why not? Now Naruto would walk over to a mask shop as he'd walk in, as in fact this they don't overcharge him, right? In fact, they're actually very kind to Naruto. Naruto, he says to the lady, "Do you have any? Do you have any fox mask?" The lady would say, "Yeah, right this way. We actually have quite a few." As she would show him to some fox masks. One would be black. One would have a red patch over, one of the eye holes, and one would just be white and have red whiskers, and one would have a combination of all. Naruto would take the combination where it has the a red patch over his eye, and it would be black. Yeah, it would be black, and it would have whiskers. Naruto would say, "I'll take this one, please." The lady would ring him up, and he would pay for the mask. He'd walk out and go to, well, he'd walk over to a weapons shop. He'd walk in, and he'd be looking around, getting glares from everyone there, except for the person that's working there. Except for the people that was working there. They would be looking, no, Naruto would be looking around, as he would say, none of these would fit my style. As he would walk over to one of the people that worked there, or one of the employees, as he would ask, "Can I get a custom-made sword?" They would say, "Of course," depending on what you would like. That would, well, take up to, at max, a month. Naruto would say, "Okay, I want a fox seal, like a fox head on the bottom of my sword. I would also like the handle wrapped in bandages, and I would like the blade to be more or less a black tint, resembling that of obsidian, if that's not too much to ask. And I would like, yeah. And I would like it to be able to infuse, or, yeah. I'd like it to be able to store chakra if that's possible." Employee would be like, yeah, I think we can do that. Now, that will take up to 3 days. That will take around a month to make. That's fine with you? Naruto say, "Yeah, of course. Thank you." As he'd walk out. Now, in this month time span, Naruto trained with a wooden sword. Now, Naruto would go back to the shop after, 30 days. He would grab his sword as he would put it on his back. Naruto would be walking out. And this is where he would be grabbed by Anbu, as he would be knocked out with a chop to his neck. He'd wake up in a room. This is where a man, by the way, he's strapped to a chair. This is where everything would be black. He would hear a man's voice. "I finally got my hands on you, you nine-tailed brat. I can finally get that 9 tails for myself. And become the most powerful shinobi in the leaf, if not the world." As Naruto would say, "Who the hell are you?" As the man would walk out, turning on, as the light would turn on, Naruto would close his eyes as they nearly blind him. As he'd open them back up, rapidly blinking, getting used to the new light. This is where he would look, seeing one of the council members. One of the council members being one of the most hated in the entire leaf. Danzo would say, "This is better, you damn nine-tailed brat. Now what I'm gonna do is extract that nine tails from you. But first, I'm gonna have a little fun." As he would grab a knife, as you'd start stabbing this into Naruto's body, Naruto would scream in pain. As Danzo would say, "Scream all you want. No one can hear you." Now, after an hour of just pure torture, Naruto would say, "I had enough of this." As the knives in his body would pop out as he would start healing. And Naruto would break the straps that would be restraining him. Danzo would be shocked at this, as Naruto would weave hand signs faster than the speed of light. 100 times faster than the speed of light. Danzo would not even be able to process this, as Naruto would say, "Fire style. Fire barrage." As we would see him breathe out a massive fireball, but it would split into many fireballs as they would start hitting Danzo. Danzo would be burned, yes. By the way, I forgot to mention the flames would be black. And Naruto would blitz Danzo, kneeing him in the stomach. And Naruto would punch Danzo into a wall. This is where he would scream for Anbu members. As the Anbu members would surround Naruto, they would all rush at him, attacking him. Except in a split second, all their heads would be decapitated. Naruto would grab Danzo as he would stab him through his chest. Danzo would use Izanagi. This is where Naruto would say, I'm not gonna play your fucking game." As he would kick the roof. He would kick the roof, breaking it down. As concrete would hit Danzo, Danzo would use Izanagi again. But Naruto would be gone. He'd be looking around the hideout for a sword, and then when he would find it, Danzo would find him. Naruto would fuse chakra into his blade, as lightning and fire would surround it, and wind. Naruto would vanish, stabbing Danzo behind. This is where Naruto would notice the Sharingan on his arm, as he would vanish again, snatching out 10 Sharingan from Danzo's arm. No, snatching out all the Sharingan from Danzo's arm. Danzo would say, "No!" As Naruto would leave hands on saying fire style. No, he would say lightning style. Lightning's wrath, as he would slam his hand onto the ground, as a giant lightning bolt would slam through the roof, coming down. This would be the size. This lightning bolt would have the power to pierce straight through the earth. But, yeah, it would pierce straight through the earth, destroying, the Sharingan in the process. Danzo would only have one Sharingan left. "Say, you damn brat," as you'd grab his eye, the bandages covering his eye, as you'd reveal the Sharingan. Naruto would vanish, Danzo blocking his eye. But Danzo would feel pain on his arm, as you'd see his arm fall to the ground, being chopped off. Blood would gush from Danzo's arm, as we would see the bone. As it hit the ground with a loud thud, Danzo would scream, saying, "You demon!" And Naruto would say, "I'm not demon, you are." As Naruto would walk slowly to Danzo, Danzo would weave hand signs with one arm, saying "wind bullet." Naruto would cut the wind bullet in half, as we'd see an explosion. Naruto would continue to walk, Danzo frantically trying to run, as we'd see him walking, like Jason, with his sword in his hand. As he would vanish, appearing in front of Danzo. Danzo would try to run the other way, but Danzo would be snatched by his collar, being pulled back. And Naruto would say, "Well, this is goodbye, Danzo." As he would slit his throat, Danzo would fall to the ground trying to cover his neck, but he'd bleed out, dying. This is where we'd see Anbu members rush in, as they had figured out what happened to Naruto. Tsunade would walk in, saying, "Naruto, what happened? And what the hell is all this?" Looking at all the bodies on the ground. Naruto would look at him, saying, "Oh, sorry, Granny Tsunade. See, I kinda had to kill basically everybody here except for that one member that I knocked out." As you'd see a flashback, as you'd see one of our favorite Fruit Ambu members, Sai. But Sai was the only one that survived. Yeah. The rest would be all dead. As he would say, "Yeah, but Danzo, that bastard, he said that he was going to take the Nine Tails for himself." Much better. Oh shit, where's my cover? Alright. He said he was going to take the Nine Tails for himself. But he would have, but he tortured me for an hour before he was about to extract the Nine Tails. I had enough, and this is what you see of the aftermath. Tsunade would say, "Naruto, these are all, well, Danzo is at least slow Kage level, and these are all Anbu members. Naruto, are you Kage level?" Naruto would say, "Well, I don't know." Now, I think I'm gonna end it off here for part 1 to what if Naruto died and came back OP. Without further ado, is your favorite Kage about to be done with this what if. Now I'm gonna go do some Hokage work, and I'll see you guys later.